Cut my head off?
I'm pretty sure you're in there. Oh no, we got you. Hey everybody, Steve here with Bonnie the Jeep. Tonight I am in the garage with Big Stevie from Car Stock. He's another YouTuber, friend of mine, lives a few blocks from me. He's got a larger and much nicer garage than I do, so he's kind enough to help me out and loan me his garage while I do the installation of my Pypes Performance exhaust high ground clearance kit. So we're about to get started on that. We're going to take a minute to get some video of some other stuff. The kit all spread out before we start tearing out the old exhaust, and then we'll dive into the actual installation. So I already did an unboxing video for the kit, but here it is laid out before we get started on the actual install. Here's our isolators, clamps, clamp with hanger built in, mid pipe, shorty muffler, and the actual exhaust pipe here. So there's that. I'll get to showing you what we're going to take out of the Jeep, and then we'll get started on that. Alright, so here underneath the back of the Jeep, we've got the big exhaust can, which is big, ugly, and in the way. We're going to get rid of that. So we're going to take this clamp here loose and then pull this hanger here and one on this side, and then we'll start twisting this thing and get it dropped out of the Jeep, and then we'll move on to the bin pipe. Alright, so we got the old exhaust can out. As you can see, a nice big opening there. And all I got left now to remove is the exhaust up to the Y pipe. So that follows up here. We got one hanger to pop off here, one here, and a clamp to undo here. And then from here back will come out, and then we'll start replacing with the new exhaust. Alright, so here we've got the new and the old. The old came out in two pieces. I thought I was going to have to take a grinder to it, but I'll show you my trick for getting that out here in just a minute. So as you can see, new one, a lot less bulky. It's going to be fantastic. Alright, so here I am underneath the Jeep. I got the old exhaust out. You can see where the Y pipe ends right there. Normally there's a transfer case skid here. I ended up removing that so I could get the old exhaust out in one piece without having to start cutting on it with a grinder. 4 bolts came right out nice and easy. So that's my little pro tip for today of getting your old exhaust out. You got a hanger there, one there, one on this side. Those are all going to stay. One that was over here for the old exhaust can, that's going to get pulled. It'll no longer be used. And I'm going to start fitting pieces in and get back to you with this. Alright, so getting ready to start installing the tailpipe. That's where you start with this kit. You start at the back, work your way forward. Going into the rubber hangers, I've decided it's going to be best if I use a little grease. Anytime you go into a dry hole, it's best to lube up. So I'm going to go ahead and lube up the hangers and crawl underneath and start getting this thing hung.
Tailpipe?
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Stevie. I've got the tailpipe installed. Stevie's holding it in place while I get a measurement. So you can see it exits now on the opposite side, just below that rear cross member. Up over the axle there. Here's the exhaust can, or the muffler can, whatever you want to call it. And then there's this gap here. This is where we cut the mid pipe, and this is where you need to start getting a little precise with your measurements. I am going to cut long the first time and do a test fit, and then end up cutting a second time. But I'll let you know what my measurement is, and that'll be for 2-door specific. Yours may be a little different if you're installing in a two-door, but it'll at least be ballpark. So I'm going to get some measurements, make some cuts, and we'll come back with another video. What's that? All right, so the measurement I came up with was 12 7/8. I'm going to cut a little heavy of 13 inches, do a test fit, and then I'll trim it down accordingly from there. And we're a little heavy, 13 16, but that'll do for now. Safety third. Eye protection, ear protection, lube. All right, so we've got the whole exhaust installed now. Here you got coming out of the wide pipe, got our mid pipe. Final cut length on that was 12.5 inches. This hanger here is a little wonky. Not super happy about it. I'll probably end up coming back to that at a later date, reworking that or something. I'm not real sure yet. Muffler can, tailpipe, coming back, and the tip of the tailpipe is just about center line of this rear cross member. Finished out pretty nice. Hopefully we don't have any rattles. We torqued everything down pretty good. I still have this skid plate for my transfer case out. I'm getting ready to bolt that back in, and then that's going to button up this whole installation. All right, so here's our moment of truth. Everything's installed and buttoned up. I'm going to give it the initial startup. Let's see how it sounds. More better.